Neurodivergent people, show me something in your house that neurotypical people just won't understand.
This is Chili. He is the penguin that lives in my refrigerator. He has a crochet hat and a crochet scarf, and I am a 35-year-old woman who lives by myself.
I just learned the term step thinking. Who's not ready? So executive dysfunction may look like step thinking, overwhelming you to the point of emotional dysregulation, minus the proper motivation to pull yourself out of it due to masking. Not everyone thinks in steps. For some people, going to the store is just going to the store. For me, going to the store is finding a weather-appropriate outfit, doing the 12 things I have to do to get out of my house, getting into the car, getting into traffic. Which route am I going to take? Is any of this sounding familiar? Our motivations are different than other people's. We have a hard time doing something just because it's supposed to be done, or doing something because of how it's supposed to be done. Think about what you're thinking about. If a should or a supposed to pops up, it might be a rule. Do not come at me about supposed to go to work. You wouldn't be there if they weren't giving you money.
Hi. When I'm in public and I'm trying to act normal so that I don't feel so exposed with, like, you know, because I feel like when I tell people I have schizophrenia, they treat me differently, like, in person. So whenever I'm in public and they start acting up a little bit and I feel like the need to, like, take a break or take a second in the car or wherever, then what ends up happening is I get kind of mad at the faces and I go like, guys, not right now, and I'm only met with laughter, just laughter, you know what I mean? And it's not like sinister laughter as some people might think. It's like semi-sinister, where they are laughing at my anxiety and poking at me and saying, why are you anxious? Why are you anxious? You know, like, just go out in public and live and do your thing. You know, and I'm like, yeah, but I have trauma, and they're like, yeah, whatever, ha 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 ha, and so yeah, they'll laugh at me.
Oh, fuck shit, bitch, damn cock.
I'm going back to 5:05. If it's a 7-hour flight or a 45-minute drive.
Every kid with autism, no.
We both got autism, haven't we?
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know.
Hello, my bubby. How are you getting on?
I got distracted.
That's okay. Don't worry. What were you thinking about?
I saw this thing on Pinterest where someone was making coasters out of resin, and I thought that we could start making resin, and then we could make coasters, and we could make ashtrays, and they could be rainbow colours, and it would be amazing, and then we could make a business, and we could sell it, and you could quit work. And I was just thinking we could maybe call it Resin 8, and it would be amazing, and then we could get resin8.com, and then we can start, and it'd be amazing.
Babes, that sounds amazing. Should we have a coffee first?
Oh, you didn't say they were from the Undercity? What difference does that make? What difference? They're dangerous.
You don't get it, you just don't get
I'm
it.
from the Undercity.
I love your personality.
Thanks. It's a disorder.
I want to be a marshmallow.
What would you do if you were a marshmallow?
I would just wobble around.
Everything is iterated, renegade. I'm gonna make anybody who want it with the pin and frame. Don't nobody want it, but they're gonna get it anyway. I'm beginning to feel like I'm
ADHD people zone out and see how straight your line is.
Hey, why are you always going, like, what is that? Oh, I'm biting the inside of my cheek. Why? Are you mad at it or something? No. Most of the time I don't even realize I'm doing it. Why do you do it then? It's a body-focused repetitive behavior, which is something pretty common for ADHD or OCD people to experience, especially as those disorders are frequently comorbid. Body-focused what? A body-focused repetitive behavior. It's compulsively using your body to stim in some way, even if it's harmful. Some examples of this can include biting your nails, picking at your skin, pulling your hair, or biting your cheeks or lips. That sounds kinda unhealthy. Why do you do it? Well, I've got ADHD and OCD, so it's definitely compulsive for me. Plus, it releases a little bit of dopamine when I do those things, so can't stop, won't stop. Damn, that's an L. Little bit, yeah. I never have nails longer than nubs.
Hi, welcome to part 4 of How I View the World as a Person with Level 1 Autistic Spectrum Disorder. That is a mouthful. The first thing that you need to understand about my experience in the universe is that the world is very loud. I'm not necessarily talking about in an auditory way, although it's literally very loud as well. I mean, it's loud in the sense that there's a ton of data out there. None of this data is necessarily good nor bad. It is simply data, and there's a lot of it. And the way that my mind works is it really struggles with how to filter data. For this reason, the data out there gets very loud. There's a lot of brain noise. So, I stim. Stim is short for the word stimulate. You're self-stimulating your own brain. So basically, your brain is getting overwhelmed with all this shit. So what you do is you do something in your environment. Often it's tactile, but there's a lot of different kinds of stems. I'm just going to talk about tactile stems. So an example would be squeezing my fist over and over, doing things with my hands, rocking, whatever. The important thing to understand about a stem is it's usually A, repetitive, B, simple, C, predictable, and most importantly, D, under your control. The amount of brain noise leaves you with this sense of helplessness, just complete chaos. And having a simple, repetitive thing that's under your control that you do, it allows you to take some of your attention away from the giant tidal wave of noise and bring it to something smaller and very localized and very repetitive. And you know exactly what's going to happen next, over and over and over. And for some reason, it makes the brain noise a little quieter. Why is stimming important? It is necessary. And one of the problematic things about treating autism in the past, the old way of treating autism, was always about making autistic people act less autistic and taking away their stems and trying to train an autistic person not to stim. It can be done to an extent, but it does not usually have good effects. Stimming for me prevents meltdowns. It prevents burnout. It does a lot of things for me. It helps me be an effective human being participating in society despite having level 1 autism. And because I'm crazy, I'm going to do a follow-up video and show you some of my stems.
It's entirely possible that
Welcome to ADHD Talk, hope you think it's neat. Some of us weren't diagnosed till after puberty. There are stories and comedy creators galore. Be sure to check the comment section, then you'll find more. Welcome to ADHD Talk, we've got what you crave. A guy named Connor renamed ADHD into Dave. There are fidget toys and therapists who help us to feel. But don't forget the assholes who say none of it's real. Hyperfixate, learn about a hobby you find cool. Or feel free to talk about the struggles that you had in school. Vent about your medication, anecdotal information, possibly a kink persuasion, constant disassociation. Here's a nifty organizer, follow dopamine. Find advice for shitty family who won't let you be seen. I know that we're forgetful, but God, there's so much more. It's all a superpower and a curse that you're in for. Are you interested in all or nothing all of the time? For us it's only all or nothing all of the time. Monotony's a tragedy and boredom is a crime. For us it's only all or nothing all of the time. Are you interested in all or nothing all of the time? For us it's only all or nothing all of the time. Monotony's a tragedy and boredom is a crime. For us it's only all or nothing all of the time.
I'm sorry for being late's just what I do. If I tell you that I'm on my way, I probably haven't even left my room.
Sorry.
Well,
anything we can do it.
Yeah, thank you. Seriously, this is amazing.
Sorry to put you on the corner.
It's okay. I'm just happy that this is getting...
It's okay. I swear, whatever we do, we can do it.
I think we did his hair last time. I think so.
Okay. Only one thing put you on the corner.
Great. Okay. This is just awesome. So nice.
So nice. So accommodating and nice. You guys are